So I want to be honest with all of you, I tried very hard to be positive when it came to the launch of Modern Warfare 2 Season 1, and I'm here to say that, unfortunately, I just don't think there's a whole lot of positivity left to go around, if you know what I'm saying. So not that long ago, I made a video basically just saying that Season 1 for Modern Warfare 2 is going to be disappointing. I fully expected to be disappointed when I played this game. And I'm not gonna say the honeymoon phase has worn off of me, because I think this game could be great one day. That is, of course, assuming that the developers will possibly apply themselves and actually put forth some effort into this game one day. But as it sits right now, dude, the bare minimum is just barely getting done. Like, we are just slowly losing momentum every single day. And here's the reasoning why, okay? In my opinion, they have strung themselves too thin. And what I mean by that is the developers tried too hard to please every type of Call of Duty player, when in reality, they're doing a bunch of things okay, but they're not doing anything exceptionally well. I mean, just think about it. This game had campaign, multiplayer, and when I say that, I mean 6v6, Spec Ops, Warzone, DMZ mode, and who knows what else is to come, right? And normally I would look at this game and say, well, you know, they're doing Warzone very well. Like, I gotta give it to them, you know, even if you're not a Warzone fan. But here's the thing, Warzone 2, it is not very good in my opinion. I've tried it, I hate it. It's not what Warzone should be in my opinion. It's almost like they tried harder to be a milsim Escape from Tarkov knockoff game rather than just Warzone itself. Anyways, getting back to my point here, let's look at Modern Warfare 2019, and whether you loved or hated this game, it doesn't really matter. What we can all agree on is that they definitely put their focus on Warzone and Rebirth at that point. And you might not even be a BR guy, or you're just tired of them, but you have to admit, like, it was a good battle royale, and it was a great game to play, even if it's not your cup of tea. But in Modern Warfare 2, if we look at it, it's almost like 6v6 is lacking. They have no maps, you know, there's just nothing going on. There's nothing new, nothing exciting. The camo grind is fun, but I mean, not everyone's a camo grinder, and even then, like, it's just still not fun to grind camos with a new and fun inventive system on subpar maps and thick skill-based matchmaking lobbies. Like, it just ruins the fun for most people. And I'm by no means saying that 6v6 sucks in this game, but you know, we could all agree it's definitely going to be better one day, but currently as it sits, it's struggling a little bit. And if we move over to the Warzone side of things, I think we can all agree once again, and the overall conclusion that I think the community has come to is that the game mode is just not great. It's not the worst thing they've ever played, but once again, it's not where it should be. Especially when you take into the fact that there was 3,000 developers working on this game for 3 years, and this is what they came up with. I think if you really look at everything and you understand like why the looting system is what it is in Warzone 2, it's not because they're trying to innovate looting in Warzone. It's because this game was catered towards DMZ mode. And I'm not sure if this is Call of Duty's way of trying to jump ahead of the curve and get on to that new exciting mode, or if it's just their way of ripping off some other game studio that they typically do, just like Halo and every other studio they look at, and try and implement those features into their own game. But if that's truly the case and they did build this game solely for DMZ and the game is completely built around that entire system, I don't want to say they failed, but I don't know anyone who plays DMZ, and I don't know any content creator that makes DMZ videos. And don't get me wrong, I've seen some creators out there that might put out a video or two on DMZ, you know, just as kind of like a fun try it out thing. But I've yet to see any creators solely switch their content over to that style. And what I mean by that is, like, you got people like me, I'm a commentator, I cover just about everything Call of Duty, but some people cover just 6v6. And some guys like Tim the Tatman and Dr. Disrespect, you know, you're not going to catch them in a 6v6 lobby. You're just going to see them in Warzone, and that's about it. That's all the content they make. I've yet to see anyone do this solely for DMZ. And I'm sure there's creators out there that are making that type of content, but it has yet to take off. And you can sit here and argue that, well, DMZ is up and coming and whatever. Listen, it's not on the same level that Warzone was when it released. I'm just putting it that way. I'm not saying it won't ever get to that point, but I am saying, like, if this is what they are dedicating this game towards, and now they're pushing back on 6v 6v6 and Warzone players, the game is definitely not in jeopardy, alright? Let's make that clear. This game is not going to just flat out die like a lot of content creators want it to. But it just kind of sucks for us as the players that are really just trying to have a good time in gaming, and nowadays, instead of, getting one game mode that is extremely well, we're just getting a bunch of average, whatever Joe Schmo modes thrown at us. And I'm just saying, dude, this isn't meant to be a hurtful statement by any means, but if I were to take a guess what 3,000 developers in 3 years worth of work could do, I would expect a lot more than what we've been given, to be honest with you guys. And I kept my expectations where they were until Season 1 launched, and well, I fully expected this when the roadmap got released, but Season 1 has been nothing but underwhelming, to say the least. I know they can do better, you know they can do better, and they themselves know they can do better than this. This is just, I don't want to use the word embarrassing here, but I'll let you paint your own picture there. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you're new here on the channel, please be sure to subscribe and leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. I'll catch you all next time. Have a great rest of your day. Later.